Hello, everyone. You are watching the YouTube station identification of one of New Bedford, Massachusetts resident YouTubers, Mr. Eric Lima over here. You are watching WEML-TV, channel 77. And this is episode number 21. And another WBF Thoughts, part 4. That's right. Due to Von Baskin's comments about Becky Lynch, I figured that gave me an idea because he says he wants to see Becky Lynch and Kaylee Ray hook up. But that gave me an idea about my next WBF Thoughts. It'll be on the man, who's now the mom, Becky Lynch. And here we go. And these are my ideas for Becky Lynch's potential matches. Like I said, number one, let's talk about Kaylee Ray, the longest reigning NXT UK Women's Champion right now, and I'm really excited. This could be a good matchup. Vaughn says it should happen and all that, but like I said, the pandemic. Hello, I try to warn him. The pandemic. We're still in the middle of a pandemic, and they have more stricter things over there than we do here in the States, unfortunately. Von Baskin, I always try to tell Von Baskin, you got to realize we have a pandemic. Not a lot of these matches are going to happen unless the restrictions are cut off. I don't want to get into that. I try convincing the kid, but you know what? He's not listening, but that's okay. But like I said, his ideas, inspired the WBF Thoughts. That's why I decided to put the WBF Thoughts together. It'll be a whole lot of fun. Kaylee Ray, first one I mentioned. It's Kaylee Ray, Scotland versus Ireland. He says he wants the match happen at NXT Takeover Dublin, but Ireland's on lockdown as well. So that unfortunately they can't do anything over there in Ireland. But if that was the case, Becky Lynch, Kaylee Ray, I like to see Becky Lynch go for the NXT UK Women's title, win that, and it will go back to the States and win the NXT Women's Championship. That will bring me to my second fantasy matchup with Becky Lynch, Io Shirai, the genius of the sky. Io Shirai, I personally believe that would have been an excellent. I mean, she held her own against Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley. Speaking of Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch did go one-on-one with Rhea Ripley last year to set up that Survivor Series situation in 2019. Not last year, 2019, to set up the Survivor Series situation. Last year was a wash. But anyways, Io Shirai, Becky Lynch can go after the NXT Women's Championship, unify the two titles, and Becky Lynch would be definitely go beyond Grand Slam. And Becky Lynch could be the first woman to capture the Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and NXT UK Women's Championships. That'll be the official. That'll be a Women's Grand Slam champion, and you add the Women's Tag Team Championship on the list. But who knows? Who knows what will come after that situation? Number 3, the Mae Young Classic winner of 2018, Toni Storm. Toni Storm's new attitude as really, reminds me a lot of Becky Lynch a little bit. So, it wouldn't hurt me to see Becky Lynch and Toni Storm really do lock horns. Or if Becky Lynch wants a tag team partner of her own to go after the Women's Tag Team Championship, why not Toni Storm? Or Kaylee Ray for that matter. Imagine the women's version of the Celtic Connection. You see this with Drew McIntyre and Sheamus. Why not Kaylee Ray and Becky Lynch? Who knows for sure? But with Toni Storm, Becky Lynch, this would be a brawl, a fight. Both ladies love the rock and roll, throw off the rock sign and everything, the rock 'em horn sign and everything else. Yeah, and I personally believe that would be a banger of a match. Number 4, another banger in the match. Now, the NXT Breakout Star of the Year of 2020, Shotzi Blackheart. Another one who could probably brawl with the best of them. Put her in a match against Becky Lynch, or have those two team up. Or Toni Storm, Shotzi Blackheart, and Becky Lynch form the new version of the Riot Squad. I don't know. Or have them join up. Toni Storm and Shotzi Blackheart join up with the Riot Squad. Have a Riot Squad, a team of 4. Survivor Series, Becky Lynch be team captain. Toni Storm, Shotzi Blackheart, along with Ruby Riott and Liv Morgan. Come on. Well, so I think, Shotzi Blackheart and Becky Lynch, that would be a barn burner brawl and a half, and it will be a heck of a matchup, I believe. And the 5th and final matchup for the WBF Thoughts would be none other than Xia Li. Now, Xia Li, the reason why I picked Xia Li, her new attitude, her fierceness, her fire. You're talking about straight fire. Xia Li has it, just like Becky Lynch did, and probably still does. Has that straight fire. And Xia Li's new straight fire alliance with Tiansha, I think that was the the female leader's name. It a match with Becky Lynch and a victory over Becky Lynch will put Xia Li shooter into the spotlight and could give her a title contention. Xia Li, watch out for Xia Li. I think she is the future, and believe me, a match against Becky Lynch could put her over the top. I'm just saying. I'm just saying this would be a heck of a matchup, to say the least. It's going to be, like I said, a barn burner brawl and a half. Any matchup with these ladies, one thing I picked these ladies against Becky Lynch because they have that fire, they have that drive, they have that attitude, and all five of them we could be looking at because they're beautiful and they're nice, but once the bell rings, it's on like Donkey Kong, and they can go. They can go. Kaylee Ray, Becky Lynch, that'll be a rivalry that I would love to see. That could be a great rivalry. Like I said, pandemic prevents a lot of things. Becky Lynch is getting on, still on maternity leave. We don't know when she's going to come back, and once she does, I think Becky Lynch could be, these ladies should be chomping at the bit to go after Becky Lynch, or Becky Lynch should be chomping at the bit to go after them. You never know. I'm hoping that at least travel restrictions be lifted so that we can see these matches, especially with Kaylee Ray and Becky Lynch. Or if Becky Lynch says, I'm going after the Women's Tag Team Championship, I can see Becky Lynch want to go for greater heights when she comes back. And once she does, I think she'll probably keep on going just to work for her daughter, Rue, to make her life good. And I'm sure Seth Rollins will probably do the same, but it's really difficult for them to leave their little girl. But I think if anybody can do it, if anybody can make it work, Becky Lynch, Seth Rollins can, But I'm sure they want to give their, make their little girl's life wonderful, and that's what they can do. Little girl that she can do anything, and I'll tell you one thing right now, and I'm sure these ladies will love to have a match with Becky Lynch. There's no doubt in my mind, it will be something else to see. And the Baxter, I missed the Baxter at rings. I missed the Baxter. I mean, she had a lot of rub in 2019, especially you got, Becky Lynch interacting with The Rock. That's huge. That is huge. That is huge. When Becky Lynch did the "It Doesn't Matter What You Think" and they fist bump, that you got the rub. Becky Lynch. And then 2020 was Stone Cold Steve Austin in the middle of the ring toasting beer with him during the pandemic. Hey, that's huge for Becky Lynch right there, Until and many people say, "Oh, that killed her momentum." But I think once she comes back from maternity leave, she's going to pick up where she can. That she's got a radical mom. Little Rue will be having a radical mom in Becky Lynch, and I'll tell you one thing. And when little Rue grows up and watches her mama in action, she's going to say, "Yay, mommy," and be proud of her mom. That's what I'm thinking is happening. So Becky Lynch is the man. Still is to this day. Pregnant or not, mother or not, she's still the man. And believe me, she's now the mom, but she's the man always. Becky Lynch against these five young ladies in a one-on-one matchup would be barn burner banger of a match. I mean, hole for hole, move for move, punch for punch. If not, heck, give them all in a street fight, or have Becky Lynch run the gauntlet against them. And Becky Lynch challenging Kaylee Ray for the NXT UK Women's Championship. Hold it for a while, and then have Kaylee Ray, pass the torch to Kaylee Ray by giving it back, and then go after Io Shirai. That I would love to see a lot of matches like this happen. It's going to be. I like Becky Lynch, and these ladies are my favorites too. Respect Kaylee Ray, Women's Champion. I'll tell you what, I know if I would have an honorable mention in this, I got an idea for an honorable mention. We're going to go to NXT UK for this one. Honorable mention, I would have to say Piper Niven. Piper Niven with her size, but like I said, another matchup. Piper Niven would go and Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch will probably not be afraid of anybody, but Nia Jax as well. I don't think Becky Lynch went one-on-one with Nia Jax before. I don't think she has. If she did, I probably forgot about the matchup. But still, Nia Jax will be another one. Get the larger ladies involved, and Becky Lynch will probably not be afraid of anybody. That's what I like to see. So here you go. The 7 ladies I would like to see Becky Lynch go up against. Honorable mentions indeed. Piper Niven and Nia Jax will be a heck of a matchup. So I wonder what you guys think on what I want, for the next WBF Thoughts, all right? This is episode 21 of WEML-TV, Channel 77, the 4th edition of WBF Thoughts. I hope you guys like it. Tune in, and I will see you guys later. I do have my new keyboard, but I'm having my old one set up because that one can be charged on batteries. I think once that's charged up and ready to go, I'll bring it back to the forefront. So it'll be something else to behold. All right. I will see you guys later. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. And God bless. Blessings to all of you. And I'll see you in the next episode. Episode 22 of WEML TV, Channel 77. Peace and have a good day.